to YouTube Tuesday, session 96, with me, Jessica Brigden of Jess B, Creative Cardiology. Welcome, welcome. So today is a milestone video for me because we just hit the 2,500 subscriber mark here on YouTube at the Jess B Creative Cardiology channel. I am super duper excited about that. I'm a little nervous today. I guess it's all that excitement. And so I just want to thank you all so much for joining me here each week at Jess B Creative Cardiology. I have now over 320 plus videos here on the channel featuring various techniques and fancy papers and all kinds of fun stuff, and I really hope that you guys have been enjoying it and have been inspired by the projects that I share with you each week. Hello Alicia, hello everybody. Please give me a comment. It is super imperative that you leave me comments today because, as I had announced in previous videos, when we hit this 2,500 subscriber milestone, I would be giving away a stamp set. I have the Amaryllis Abloom stamp set. This was a Hostess exclusive. It is no longer available from Stampin'. This is a brand new photopolymer stamp set, and I will be drawing a winner for this stamp set. I will send this to you, and I need you to comment so that I know who is watching. All right, so your comment is your entry to win. I'll also be giving away the cards from today's session. And the other thing is, so many people comment, but I don't often have contact information. So I've notified several people over the past months when they've won things and they've never claimed them. All right, so make sure when you leave me a comment that after this video or something, make sure that you are also subscribed to my mailing list. All right, I'm gonna leave a link in the comments after this video for that. You can also click on my contact me, all right, the little community post on my channel, the contact me, and there is a link to subscribe to my newsletter in that. That way I will have your email address. I can actually notify you that you have won. Okay, because it's fun. I can announce it. I can, reply to your comment on the video, but I also need your email so that I can definitely make sure that you've seen that. All right, so it's exciting. We have several people commenting. Hello, Kathleen and Lori and Granny June in Louisiana. Hello, hello. Yes, so I'm so excited. Thank you guys again so much. If you're just joining, we hit the 2,500 subscriber mark at Jess B Creative Cardiology, and that was just, it's a personal milestone for me, and it's also because I'm closing in on 2 years of consistent weekly content that I have been sharing with you guys, and so it just felt like a good anniversary milestone, and it's just all that fun stuff. We're wrapping up the current annual catalog, starting a new one. All right, so definitely leave me a comment. Make sure you're subscribed to my mailing list, okay? And then you're gonna need to tune in next week because I'll announce the winner, but next week is also our new catalog launch party. So it's gonna be a super fun session again next week, okay? Woo-hoo. All right, so for today's projects, today I actually picked a shirt inspired by the colors that I had already pulled out from my project. We are going to be using the Soaring Swallows bundle. It's just really beautiful, elegant, and we're gonna make some simple cards with it today because sometimes simple is the most beautiful. Hello, Denise. Hello, everyone. So you can find this Soaring Swallow stamp set in your mini catalog on page 46. All right, this stamp set is available. The catalog runs into June while supplies last. Okay, so this one will not be carrying over into the next annual catalog, but it's a really beautiful stamp set, and there's a set of dies that go with that as well. So as you can tell, we've got some pinks, we've got some blues, and we'll have some floral in there. So you guys know how I love to coordinate with my cards. All right, so hello everyone. I'm gonna flip the camera. We're gonna go ahead and get started, okay? All right, so we have just a few days left here in the month of April. All right, so I still have my April host code open, 7QW, 7FJ, 7W. All right, with any purchase, you get my Creative Cardiology Team tutorial bundle. If your purchase is $50 or more, you get the Creative Cardiology bundle, but you also get my international tutorial bundle. All right, that's 15 tutorials in that as well, and all kinds of fun goodies. Okay, so like I said, we are using Soaring Swallows. So our color palette today, as you can tell by my shirt here, so I've pulled in some Balmy Blue as well as some Blushing Bride, and I had intended for some contrasting layers in Night of Navy, although I had pulled in some Misty Moonlight as well, so we'll have to see about that. I might just stick with the Night of Navy, and then of course some basic white. All right, and then because we have this gorgeous branch die in here, we are going to be using some pear pizzazz as well. I'm trying to grab this little piece I already have die cut so that I could show you, and I trimmed my fingernails today. I don't have any fingernails. I trimmed them all real close. We did all kinds of yard work over the weekend, and that's not real friendly on the fingernails. So it's funny, here in upstate New York, we jumped from temperatures like in the 30s. It snowed last Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so exactly a week ago, we got snow. And then by this past weekend, by Saturday, it was in the 60s. And by Sunday, it was 80. It was crazy. So David and I did we were really jumped to it. You know, we're powered by the sun, I guess. And we did lots of yard work. We pulled out the patio furniture. David mowed the lawn. I raked leaves and just getting the flower beds ready. So all kinds of fun stuff. So this is definitely spring inspired projects here. All right, so this is our color palette. Now let's go ahead and just get started. I do not have a full plan for these cards. So you can help me, all right, as long with placement and everything like that. And I come in with the idea, and then a lot of times these cards kind of take on a life of their own. Okay, so I'm not gonna glue these down yet because I did have some ribbon pulled out, and now I'm wondering what I did with it. All right, but the ribbon I have from the mini catalog is with the Blushing Bride and the Misty Moonlight. All right, so I thought with these, let's just start with our basic white piece first. And here you can see we've got our gorgeous birds. And so my idea was to have them kind of flying midair across the scenery here. And I did pre-die cut one of our pear pizzazz leaves, and I wanted to show you this. It's actually really intricate die cut. It's beautiful here. I love that it is all one piece. It cuts out super nice. And what I did before I die cut it was I actually applied the adhesive sheets. I cut the adhesive sheet to the size of my cardstock and then ran it through. So the nice thing with this, I'm thinking maybe we'll start with our leaf here, is that now I can just go ahead and pull the backing off of my die cut. I do not have to mess with any kind of glue, all right, because the adhesive is already on here. So I just pull that off, and then we can go ahead and place that. So let's see here. I'm thinking kind of a branch. Let's come in off the side, off the left, get my finger out of the way there. And the nice thing with the adhesive sheet here, you do have, it is a little bit repositionable to start with. Okay, so if you do not get perfect placement right away, you can kind of peel and stick it, all right, until you've actually smoothed it down there. But it's just such a pretty leaf die. All right, so let's come in then with our bird, and let's go ahead. Maybe we'll do this one. I think he'll fit over here. Let's go ahead and check. So with the stamps, you get your outlined image, and then you also get your bold, this kind of colors in the wings as well as the lower part of the tail. And you get some beautiful sentiments, and then you do have abstract. So these could be clouds, they could really be anything. It could be some bird poop, whatever you want it to be. We've got some options here. So I thought we would stamp our birds in the Night of Navy, all right, for our outline, and then we could fill them in with our different colors. So in this case, I'll fill it in with our balmy blue, since that's the card base color that we're using. And oops, I've got just a little bit of something that snuck onto my stamp. Let me move that off and re-ink there so we don't end up with any weird little blurbs. Okay, so we're gonna stamp right on there. Beautiful. All right, let's see. I think we've got room. We can stamp the other one in here as well. So this little bird couple kind of reminds me, we have had a couple of turtle doves that have nested in the apple tree right outside our dining room window, and they are so fun to watch. They have been building their nest, and so that's been really fun to see their teamwork. And I did spot, when I was raking some leaves around the house, with the flower beds there, I did find an eggshell. So I'm thinking that, and it wasn't blue, so it wasn't a robin's egg. I'm thinking perhaps we have some baby birds that have taken flight. All right, so you can see I came in with the bold image here. Isn't that neat? Look how it perfectly colors in the wings and the tail feathers there. All right, let's try that for our next bird here as well. Okay, so I love photopolymer because it's so nice that you can just see right through your block and line those up perfectly. All right, really gorgeous. And you can see I've really taken up a lot of the space here. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount this onto my Night of Navy layer here. And I don't really know that we've got room for ribbon, so I think I'm gonna just keep it simple and go ahead and mount this on our balmy blue layer. All right, I did cut this a 1/2 inch smaller, so you can see how the difference between the basic white and the Night of Navy, that's a 1/4 inch difference. All right, but the balmy blue and the Night of Navy, I cut this a 1/2 inch, okay? So our card base was 5.5 by 8.5, just your standard half sheet, scored and folded there at 4 1/4. The Night of Navy layer is 3 3/4 by 5. And then the basic white layer is 3.5 by 4 3/4. Okay, so that'll give you your measurements there. Oh, Janelle says she had a baby goldfinch at her feeder and she thought it was a bit early, but yeah, spring is, well, the temperatures haven't exactly been cooperating. So Saturday, Sunday, and Monday here, absolutely beautiful. Today is really overcast and the temperature is falling. And tomorrow it's supposed to be back down in the 40s with wind. So it's going to be feeling colder than 40. But we can't deny it. The plants are springing up and and the birds are here chirping and the flowers are popping. So spring is definitely here, whether the weather wants to cooperate or not. Okay, so let's add just a little bit more color to this. Okay, I have this piece of Blushing Bride, and in this set, not only do you get the leaf die, but there's also this little flower die. This cuts several individual flowers, and I did the same thing as I had done with the Pear Pizzazz. I applied my adhesive sheets to this first. Okay, so I actually have two sets of flowers. You can tell there's some were sticking here. But again, these flowers are a little bit dainty, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't have to mess with the adhesive. So I'm going to just use my pokey part of my snips. You could use your, take your pick tool, the paper piercing end, whatever you've got here. But this cuts out some little flower blossoms. They could be cherry blossoms. My cherry trees are starting to bud out. My magnolia is starting to bloom. I was super excited about that. I'm gonna have to post some pictures on my social media. I did take some yesterday because magnolia blooms are so pretty and they smell nice too. So let's take a couple of these flower blossoms and let's just see where we can stick a couple of these. We can just pop these onto our, so they're random sizes. You've got the kind of small, medium, and large here. All right, so again, I'm just gonna take a few. Now, a couple of these are connected, and so you could put them, oops, come here. I'm gonna have to get the, there we go. Pop up the edge of my adhesive sheet there so I can peel this off. Okay, so if you've got a duo, when you've got like your leaves kind of close together, you can put some of those here and there. And then just the little ones. Again, if you don't have a fingernail like me, very short ones, go ahead and just use the tip of your shears, your paper snips, or you take your pick tool again and just gently pry those off. Let's see. Let's do a couple more. I don't really want the flower to fly right in his face, so I think I'm gonna leave one off there and just put it down here on the lower branch. Okay. All right, isn't that pretty? Again, super simple, but nice spring colors, very pretty. Wow, Alicia said they had butterflies butterflies flying around, and they were snowmobiling and fishing on Sunday. She's up in Alaska, so wow, the fact that there were butterflies out, that is pretty awesome. Wow. All right, so I think we've got just a little bit of room for a sentiment in here, and we have a really neat die, a label die here that can do different sentiments. I've popped a couple of these out in case we want to use them on a card here today. And you can see there are dies for each of the stamped birds. There are also dies in case you want to build your own bird with the various wings and body parts and things like that. So you can really make them look 3D, kind of like they have shown here in the picture, where you can die cut them from different colors of cardstock and things and design your own birds. I'm keeping it simple today, so we're just sticking with the stamped ones, but we do have some pretty sentiments. And how about we just go with a, let's do thinking of you or sending loving thoughts. Let's see which one would fit. So sending loving thoughts would actually fit down in there too. Let's go with that. I think that would be nice. If you were to win this card, which sentiment would you like on it? Would you like best wishes? Because it could be a wedding card. That would be really pretty. So I'll let you guys vote. Do we want thinking of you, best wishes, sending loving thoughts, you are meant to soar, or congratulations? All right, so while you guys are thinking about that, go ahead, type that in, and we'll stamp that in the Night of Navy ink here as well. So we've got our contrast. Okay, so I'll let you guys type. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and fold the cardstock for our next card. Okay, so we're going to do the Blushing Bride for this one. Again, this is a 5.5 by 8.5 half sheet card base. Okay, folding it there at the 4.25 mark. Let's do a vertical, a portrait card. Since this one is landscape, we'll do portrait on this. All right, so again, we've got our Night of Navy, 1/2 inch smaller, 3 3/4 by 5, as well as our basic white, this time 1/4 inch smaller at 3.5 by 4 3/4. Okay, so it looks like thinking of you is unanimous. All right, so let me peel this off here. Okay, I'm gonna put the sending thoughts. I'm gonna stick that to my stamp case. All right, so we're gonna go with thinking of you for our sentiment here. I think that'll fit nicely right down in here. All right, isn't that a beautiful font? I really like that. And I want to check because I also had some embellishments. So okay, I left them right on my other craft table. Okay, so I did have some ribbon. I have some polished dots as well as some iridescent rhinestones. I'm thinking maybe the polished, should we leave it as is? Because it's actually really pretty. Or should we could take a couple of polished dots and just kind of frame in our thinking of you. What if we do that? Yeah, keep it simple. Really pretty, huh? Yes, Alicia says that this is a card, like a stamp set bundle here, that she's totally overlooked. And I feel that too. This mini catalog was so fabulous, and there's so many beautiful stamp sets in here that I do feel like this one has been overlooked a little bit. Again, this is on page 46 of the mini catalog. You can get just the dies or the stamp set, but you can bundle it together here, which is really nice too. And another nice point is that the dies will all fit through your mini cut and emboss too. All right, so you can either use your full size or your mini for these. Okay, so, all right, I think we will leave that like this. We'll just kind of tuck it up here in the side a little bit. All right, so now let's go to our next card. Again, I'm going to set the card base aside. Let's maybe see what we want to do here. And I do have another branch. I just think this branch is so pretty. Like I said, this was die cut out of Pear Pizzazz with the adhesive sheets. Okay, so I've got just a little piece to pop out. And the nice thing is the leaves have these nice little details on them without being, without cutting them out all the way. They're nice pieces. Okay, so we're gonna peel these off. Okay, and these two. You can tell where one section of adhesive sheet ended because they do come, they are in strips there. All right, so let's see here. Maybe let's come in from the top on this one a little bit. We'll have our branches extending. This actually reminds me of the vine and the Very Versailles stamp set a little bit. All right, so we've got that. And then we have our birds. So let's see. You know what, maybe we just want to do, maybe we should just do the one bird. What do you guys think? What if we do the one bird on this one? Because although I could, you know what I could do is we could stamp this bird and then we could die cut it. That would solve that problem. All right, and then we wouldn't have to worry about whether it fit just so or not. We could actually die cut one of these. All right, let's go ahead and do, I'm gonna wait on this. Let's put our balmy blue ink on here. Okay. Okay. All right, and then let me grab the die for this. So this is the kind of the taller bird here. And then we've got our, I'm gonna move the ink so I don't I don't stick my hand in it. I have been doing a lot of crafting lately and my hands have been pretty inky. Okay, so I've got my mini here. Again, stagger your plates a little bit. So I've got layers 1 and 2. We're going to put our stamped image on here with our die. Okay, line that up just so. I am excited that Stampin' Up! Has announced that in the next annual catalog, all right, so coming as soon as next week, we are getting, at some point here, we are getting a magnetic platform here for the mini machine as well, which would help those dies kind of stay put a little bit. I'm excited about that. The magnetic platform for the full-size Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine will be available next Tuesday when the catalog goes live. So that's pretty exciting. Okay, so I actually think let's go ahead and adhere this to our Night of Navy layer first, because I think we're gonna have our bird's feathers extend out beyond this layer, and I don't want to, you don't want to seal over, you know, put your adhesive over bumps, right? So it's easier to build your base first and then and then do your extra layers from there. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a dimensional there. I've been really good using all my bits and pieces of dimensional. I'm going through my little bin here. I need to open a new package of dimensionals. How exciting is that? And good news is Stampin' Seal refills are available now here in North America as well. We have waited 2 months for these to come in. So I was down, I've actually, my very last one is here in my dispenser, and my Stampin' Up! Order just came in today with my refills. I'm so excited. All right, so that is a great thing. If you've been holding out and you're running low on adhesive, yes, they are back in stock, which is awesome. And well, let's go ahead, we'll put a third one on here. We don't want our bird flying off the card. So we'll make sure he's intact here. Okay. So I could have this one. Yeah, I think that'll be pretty. Kind of flying off the edge of the card. And then we've got room. Let's put this one down here. I think that'll be nice. All right, so we've got our navy ink. Okay, beautiful. And then, oh, I did both of those in blue. I was gonna stamp one in pink, but we'll just go with, we'll go with bluebirds. We've actually had, I know bluebirds are the state bird of New York, but you don't always see them. I guess their housing conditions have to be just so. But I've been really excited because this spring there have been some bluebirds that have decided to make our backyard their home. And so we have been seeing them, and they're such a bright, vivid blue. It's really, really beautiful. All right, so we've got these. And yeah, we've got some of these little blushing bride flowers already die cut. So let's put some more of these on this card here. And just kind of slice that off. There we go. Just get underneath that adhesive layer. Okay. All right, so we've got all kinds of beautiful flowers. There we go. That one came out a little bit easier. You can even use your snips or your take your pick tool to place these where you want them. Okay, get it right here underneath the edge. All right, so while I'm doing this, I'll let you guys vote again. We did Thinking of You on that card. Do you want to do Thinking of You again, or would you like a different sentiment on this card? We'll put it right down in this area, and that'll be nice. Okay, let's see. I'm going to continue putting some of these pretty little flowers here on our, oops, it's sticking to my finger, on our card. And looks like I've got room for another little one down here. All right, so Kathy's voting for Sending Loving Thoughts. I think that one's really pretty. I mean, I like them all. I have a thing for different fonts, and I love script. Anything that's kind of like cursive. Okay. All right. There we go. All right, so we've got a vote for the Sending Loving Thoughts. All right, looks like Alicia and Kathy are both voting for that. Okay, we've got a Kathy with a C as well. Hello, hello to Kathy with a C in California. All right, and Alicia is reminding everybody, thank you. Make sure you click that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, hit that little notification bell as well, because what that will do is, well, it will give you notification. That means you'll get a little alert when I go live or when I post a new video. All right, so that means you'd get an alert right at 3 o'clock on Tuesday, letting you know I'm here. Make sure you join in for our craft session. Okay, I'm gonna try our little labels. So it's kind of neat that you've got this banner, but it's got a curved top, and that is designed so that the Sending Loving Thoughts and the You Are Meant to Soar will fit right in there. Isn't that neat? So we'll just pop that up a little bit. Oop, flipped it right over. Very nice. And then let's 3D it here with a couple of dimensionals. Okay. Yeah, actually, let's put this on our card base. I don't really think this needs any ribbon because it's just pretty as it is. Okay, so we'll adhere this to our card base, and then we'll extend our sentiment off the edge just a little bit here. Okay, making sure it's still on the card. And then let's take, we've got a few more of these little, these are the polished dots. These are from the Crane of Fortune page there in the mini. But let's go ahead and put some of these on here as well. Let's see here. Make sure I put them at different heights and things. And it's okay, we've got a little white space. That's all right. The birds need some air to move through. Aw. Well, thank you, Kathy. She says the person who gets this card is definitely going to smile and feel loved. Aw. Thank you, guys. I'm so glad that you like these. And I hope you give this a try. So beautiful spring color combinations here. We have Balmy Blue and Blushing Bride. Contrasting that with some Night of Navy. And then we have done our greenery here is in Pear Pizzazz. So for the most part, this is the Subtles collection, with the exception of the Night of Navy, which is, it's actually in our neutrals now. It was a Regal, it's part of the neutrals, but I guess that means it's because it goes with everything. So Lori says she missed the beginning. What set is the greenery and the blossoms? They are, everything we've used today is from the Soaring Swallows bundle. Okay, this is on page 46 of the mini catalog. This will be available into June while supplies last. So if we learned anything from the last chance list here with our retiring catalog, is that Stampin' Up! Is not guaranteeing stamp sets to be available through the duration of the catalog. So that means once they officially announce that this is retiring on June 1st, the stamp sets are going to sell like crazy, you know what I mean? And so it's a chance that the stamp set could sell out before the dies. So if you want to make sure you get the entire bundle, and you can order that now, or make sure you order it even in the month of May. All right, so you don't miss out on the bundle. All right, and if you're just joining us now, then make sure, as Alicia says, make sure you give me thumbs up. All right, love that. Make sure you leave me comments. All right, hey Diana, welcome. Okay, because everybody who comments today, your name will go in a drawing for my Amaryllis Bloom stamp set giveaway. And then I'll also draw 2 winners for today's cards as well. So you'll each receive one of the cards, and then our grand prize winner will receive the stamp set. Okay, so the other thing with that, as I announced early on, make sure you leave me a comment, but also make sure that you are subscribed to my newsletter so that I have your email and a way to contact you to let you know that you've won. Okay, so that I can get your address and do that, because you know I don't want you to have to, you don't need to comment with your address. Okay, that's not safe in this digital world, but email me and then I can get your address that way. Okay, but again, this is the Soaring Swallows bundle. We used some polished dots on there, and really just kept it simple. But yes, oh, Denise is just joining. Yes, Denise, this is our milestone 2,500, so 2,500 subscriber mark here at Just Be Creative Cardiology. Thank you guys so much, and that's why I am doing the giveaway. Okay, I will announce the winners next week, and that'll give everybody, not everybody is able to join in live, I realize that. But whether you're watching the replay or you're live, make sure you leave me a comment, okay? I will post a link to my newsletter in the video comments here after, once I get it downloaded. And If you're already on my list, then that's great. I'll have your email. But if you're not already, then make sure you do. Make sure you're subscribed so I know that. And thank you. Please continue sharing my channel with your friends and family. For my new subscribers, thank you for joining. I did put a call out last night that was 9 subscribers away. And so I kept watching my channel count with bated breath last night to see the numbers tick up to get to that 2,500 subscriber mark. It was a bit anxiety inducing because actually some of you who are already subscribed must not have realized it, and some of you unsubscribed, which had actually the opposite effect of what I was trying to achieve. So for a while there, my count actually went down. So please make sure, please make sure you don't accidentally unsubscribe, okay? All right, so the other way to double check that, again, hit that notification bell, and that way you won't miss a video, okay? Hi, Gladys. Thanks for joining in. Thank you, Diana. She says, congratulations. I really appreciate it, all of you. Thank you guys so, so much. I hope you enjoy these weekly videos here on YouTube Tuesdays. And then, of course, I repost my From the Heart Friday Facebook videos here on YouTube Friday afternoons as well. All right, so be sure to leave me comments today, and then make sure you tune in again next week, because next week I will be announcing the winners, okay, of our card giveaway and the stamp set. All right, so thank you guys. Thank you. Lots of love and sending lots of loving thoughts your way. I really appreciate it. Have a great afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. And I will be stamping with you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.